It is sad. But most of us went through a hell. You arrive by, exactly by this time. They were taking our names, our details, necessary things, all sort of things you might think of. And in that emergency camp, the first thing that always comes to your mind is, how will I get contact with my family to tell them that I am alive? How will we reach to our brothers and sisters, our wives, our moms and dads, to put to them that we are alive? It is sad. But we really went through a lot. We will stay in that emergency camp or wheresoever for weeks, sometimes for months, before even get possibilities to call your family. We will stay in those camps, those emergency camps, for weeks and months with only one jacket, complete jacket, with with how do they call it, mutse? I forget the name in English. With hat. You know what we did? My crew, the people that I arrived together with, most of us, this is an open secret and I will say it, most of us will go to dustbins to look for even second-hand clothes to wear. My first picture that I took in Europe, the second day of my arrival, because we were having only one jacket for 2 days, and because there were already group of Gambians and West African migrants whom they already arrived in that emergency camp. When we met them, we saw them with some nice clothes to us, and we asked them, "How do you get these clothes? Are you having money here?" They said no. Guess what? They are going to dustbins and look for clothes. Because here people sometimes put their clothes in their dustbins or packed. There are places in Italy where you can just, people go and put their clothes that they are not using. And we have to do exactly that in order to get a clothes. Guess what? The second day, I and one Malian friend, Fakuru, I still don't forget him. And some of our boys, Chorno, Sega, Trawali, and others, guess what? We went out to look, or to also look for something to wear, different from that jacket. I will show you something. Today is story. This picture you are seeing, these jackets, all these things you are seeing I wear here, all these things you see here, this is where I got them. Today is a story that everyone needs to listen to. How did I get here? We went out because I was having only a jacket. If you went to my Facebook, you will still see 2015 December. You will still see a yellow jacket that I was wearing. That is the only jacket that they gave us. All of us, the whole camp, the same jacket, yellow and black jacket. So if you wearing different clothes, then you have to go to outside in the city in Zaragoza and search where there are second-hand clothes and then take them, pack them and bring them. You feel a little bit better or a little bit different. This was the picture. I just take this picture proudly, just to just a day like this. And however ugly this picture is, I never throw it. This picture here. And the second thing even is the mobile phone that we used to take this picture. Luckily, one of our brother also going with us found this mobile. It's like the whole screen was destroyed, so the person just throw it like this. So we took this mobile phone. Luckily, there was internet, and we took this mobile phone and start taking pictures. And those of us whom we were already at Facebook, having Facebook accounts, logged in. I logged in through my Facebook to update my family, brothers and sisters that Alhamdulillah, God side thank God, I arrived safely. This is how I get contact with my family. My mom, I could not call my mom. I was able to send message to my brothers. One of my brother in Europe, one of my brother in Gambia, and two of my friends through Messenger that please extend my greetings to my mom that I arrived safely in Europe. We went through a lot. We were in that camp. Luckily for me and for some of my colleagues, we spent 11 days in Zaragoza, Umberto Primo emergency camp. Then one day, every week, there is a list of transfer. So after 10 days, or exactly 10 days, the list come out, and 11 days of, we have to leave to Milano. I arrived in Milano I think it was around 2nd or 3rd of January 2016. Again in Milano, we were given a house, a very good house for that matter. I will say this. I will admit that. In Cesate, Milano, a small area around Milano called Cesate. That's where we were living. 25 of us in a complete story building, apartments, and that's where we were. But guess what? We stay also there. The village is very good. The village that village people are in that part of Milano, Cesate. They were very kind. Very good, very kind people. Very, very kind Italians. They gave us all support. They were open to us. In fact, we were the first refugee badge in that area of Milano called Cesate. They welcome us. They are Sindaco or Sindaca, I forget, in Italy, but she's a female. They are Sindaca, John Carla, was very open. I mean, their mayor was very open to us. Even visit us every time. But guess what? That is why I said to myself, look, now, God, my God, Allah, have done everything for us. We went through a lot, through the desert, Libya, Mediterranean Sea, and now you are in Italy. What should I do is now to focus determination, and put my energy in helping myself and my brothers and sisters. That is where this dream of activism comes to my life. After 2 weeks in Italy, immediately after 2 weeks, few days in Milano, I become very super active. Those I live together in Milano and those following me since 2016 will tell you this. There is nothing that I did not do in Milano. Being gardening work, being painting for people, being going to schools to explain my stories, to explain how terrible this journey is. Having talks, negotiations with the city council people of Cesate. Organizing programs with the city people, bringing migrants whom are in that city and even other cities to connect them with the Italians, with the city council people. I use my little poor knowledge. I use my little education. I use my little whatsoever influence to help myself and help my fellow brothers and sisters. Since then, I inject this activism to myself. And up to date, I am living with it. I did a lot of things in Milano. In fact, we initiated something there. I, Sega, Trawalle, we initiated something in that village. Up to date, it is there. Auto de Chasate. You can Google it. You can. They have their Facebook page. It's like a big garden, social garden, where people go. They do their socials. They do their voluntary service to grow something, and then at the end of the day, they will have something to take home. You go to that garden. We initiated that there, and in fact, it is bigger than us right now. And I am proud every day when I see them uploading something. We initiated this with the city people of Chasate. Sega Trawalle, a very young, active, energetic, intelligent Gambian brother, a Sarhule brother that I also met in Italy. I'm proud of you, Sega. It's like after a few weeks in Italy, people think that we were months or years in Italy already. It is determination. It is your willingness. It is the perspective that counts, that play for you. After 8 months in Italy, look, God, feelings, my head, the situation then in Italy, my condition, forced me to leave Italy and to come to find my way to Deutschland. I arrived in Germany in 18th of August 2016. I arrived here 18th of August 2016. 19th of August 2016, I request for asylum. But guess what? They took me to one of the biggest asylum camp in Baden-Württemberg, PHV, Patrick Henry's village in Heidelberg. At the time, in 2016, more than 2,000 Gambians, between 2,000 to 3,000 Gambians were living in one camp. The energy, the determination that I already started that I already have in Italy, make me to say, look, I am now in Germany, here in Heidelberg, a camp where more than 2,000 Gambians are, and we did not have a single chance, not even a free language course that they are giving in that camp. There I met a lot of determined young Gambians, very determined, very dedicated young Gambians, whom, when I call, when we start to say, look, enough is enough, we should fight for ourselves, we should stand for ourselves, they also get up, join me. We started this. The names of Omar Jata, Ansu, you can call them, I can name them to you. We started this thing since Heidelberg. Bunja Sishe. And one brother, they call him Kebama from Sukuta. There are many, I cannot count them. We started uniting, making some task forces, making some dream teams to talk, to mobilize, to sensitize, to talk to authorities in that camp. And in 2016, that activeness in that camp play a great role for fellow Gambians and brothers and sisters. Of course, even other nationalities. We did a lot of things in that camp. That was the time this coalition 2016 was about to form. We put our energy, our mouth, our money, the little resources we were having to even play that trick, that politics in that camp, from one building to another in PHV, to sensitize where 2,000 Gambian plus, more than 2,000 Gambians were, to sensitize them, to talk to them that 2016 election is do or die for Gambia. Be part of it. Call your parents. Inform your parents. Do not just sit here in your comfort room here and forget that in your country we were having a dictatorship. We influence. We talk to our brothers. We sensitize them. We explain them why we need a change in Gambia. We do this. We did not only stop there. We went out to our other fellow brothers and sisters whom are living in Himes, other places, to talk to them, to sensitize them, to tell them how important it was for we Gambian youth to take part in that coalition 2016. We could not vote, but our voice and influence upon our families in Gambia will help the coalition. This is what we do. This is what we call contribution to national development in 2016. We talk, we put our energies, we put our efforts, we sensitize, we put our money. If I start this coalition 2016 issue, I get mad. I will leave that about. There is a reason why I get angry. Because they did not consider us. That's why I get angry. From that time to now, since they come to power, there is no single effort from 2016 to date that they did or do for us. No. So you can see I'm getting angry. I will park that topic. I continue with my story. You come here. We were in that camp. We went for election. Gambia went for election. Guess what? Because of the love we have for our country as youths in that camp, I, Ngansu, Kebama, Omar Jata, of course, very prominent. We put our efforts and ideas together. We said, look, there is 1st of December is election in Gambia. This was in 2016. We said, look, to us, there are two options. We are going to demonstrate. And when we even said this, even police in Heidelberg at the time told us, Omar was there, and Sue was there. They told us this is the first time Gambians in Heidelberg will demonstrate against dictator Jammeh. This was 2016. Shortly before election, we went to look for a permit. A permit from police in Heidelberg. Our message to them is, Gambia is going for election. There are two things. This time, the coalition may defeat Jammeh, and if they defeat him, if he is defeated, he might say no, he is not going out. The purpose of our demonstration is, if Jammeh said no, reject the election, we as Gambians, youth, will go out and demonstrate in Heidelberg. If Jammeh accepted the defeat, if the election come and Jammeh accepted defeat, because we were confident that coalition 2016 is going to win at the time. This was our message to police. If Jammeh accepts the defeat, we will go out and show our solidarity to our nation, coalition 2016. And celebrate that Gambia at least free forever. This was our message to police. They were very happy and proud. Police were even very happy and proud about us at the time in 2016. went. This is how we went out. When the election, 2nd of December, when the results were announced, we celebrated, we jubilated. And we went out for demonstration. And in that demonstration, a lot of newspapers and radio stations in around that end attended it. That was the beginning of my connection with media in Germany. And yet still, our message was still the same. That is, we still, Coalition 2016 win, but the issue is, will Jammeh accept the defeat? Because he still, at the time, he was still at the State House. And guess what? After 10 days, you all know what happened. Jammeh declared the election null and void. Means he is not going anywhere. The election was not fair. He said the election was not fair. And again, that's how my connection getting stronger with the media in Germany. Some media houses and newspapers whom attended that demonstration start calling me. Oh, you said this in the demonstration and it is happening. Then I start explaining and giving some more details about dictatorship in my country. As a young Gambian educator who understand what dictatorship was and who was just from Gambia. So basically, this is how we put our efforts, energy, money to challenge dictatorship, the then dictatorship in our country. But I did not stop there, brothers and sisters. Most of us did not stop there, brothers and sisters. We were transferred to other camps, other heims, like living houses. I opened up more channels, opened more dialogues. Just being me, we push ahead. That brings me to connection to a lot of groups, associations, vereins in Baden-Württemberg, and of course now outside the whole Germany. We did seminars. I did not stop there. Go attend class. Even in Heidelberg, we organize German classes for our brothers and sisters. You all know about that, those whom were in Heidelberg at the time. So now, here we are. Here I am today. And in Germany, from 2016 to today, I participated, I contributed, and a lot of our brothers and sisters likewise, also did the same thing to bring change to our life and our brothers and sisters. Actively participate in politics, actively engage organizations, associations, vereins, actively engage Flüchtlingsrat Baden-Württemberg, actively engage Smile Solidarity in Baden-Württemberg, actively engage Gambia Helfernetz, an email network that has about more than 500 participants. Most of them are Germans, some lawyers, human rights activists, journalists, civil servants, and citizens, individual private peoples. But guess what? My biggest dream in 2017. In 2017, I said to myself, look, all these things we are doing as youth, I have a dream, and that dream, I will make it happen. That is, I also want to bring, however poor I was, and still I am, however difficult the situation was, and still it is, I said to myself, I also want to contribute my little to the development of the New Gambia. I look into a lot of possibilities. But the best thing, which at the time, many people that I spoke to even they even thought that I was just making blah 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 when I said I think about opening a restaurant. I think about opening a workshop for painting. There are a lot of things that came to my mind just to give chance to the youth, because I am also in a development country, German, and one of the most richest region in German, Baden-Württemberg. But after going through thinking a lot of times, I came with an idea of, look, I have my own Facebook page, social media, and I am well followed by fellow Gambian brothers and sisters. Why not? I try media. At the time, I don't even know how to go up with media. I call a friend, Ibrahima Kamara, and he's just a friend. He's my friend, a very good friend. I call him and we just fondly talking about this issue. He was telling me, you can do it. He did not even know how I can do it. We both don't know how I can do it. I mean to open a radio station in the Gambia. But one advice he gave me, or one motivation that he gave me as a good friend, he said, I know you, my boy. Anything that you said you can do it, you can do it. Anything you said you want to do that thing, you will do it. Go ahead. Radio, you can do it. Ask people. I said, okay. He even tell me, why not? Let's all Google. I Google, he Google. We come up with some information about. It's just how the idea, how you can sometimes change your life, how you can change lives of people. Change how to establish a radio station. And then Google, Mr. Google showed me everything. In Google, I read a lot. But then I don't stop there. I engage other senior Gambians whom I was in contact with at the time. And most of them advised me, most of them gave me their ideas. I start communicating my country. Some people, of course, including Keba Kamara, a journalist in the Gambia, who supported me a lot at the time, giving me advice and some guidelines how to go about it. This is how I started this radio station issue in late 2017. And in 2 years' time, in 2019, my radio station, the dream of radio station, come to life. Of course, by the way, I met a lot of people, good people, who contributed even financially to support me. A lot of even German friends who supported me financially. A lot of German friends. I am glad and grateful to all your support. You know yourself. Most of them never want to be named. But this is it. You have to be determined. You have to get a goal. You have to get a zeal, perspective for yourself. This is how I tried. I did my best. I sponsored my radio station, of course, with the help of other people. When I called some Gambian, I still remember there are some CEOs in the Gambia. When I called them at the time that I want to do this, I think they looked low upon on me at the time. But today, as young as I am, one of the youngest CEO, one of the youngest institution owner in my country, I own my own radio station in the Gambia, and I employed more than 15 youths at the age between 18 to 28 years. I employed youths in that radio and paying them monthly salary from the radio. I create job opportunity in my country, and it is getting bigger and bigger by the day. I'm proud and thankful to God and my friends and family who supported me, by the way. Today, brothers and sisters, that is my story. That is my story. That is how that is who I am. That is how I came to be here. So I come just to share this story with you people, to say that you all can make it. We all can make it with determination, with focus. We can all do it, and we will continue to do it. Let's stand together. Let's stand together. Let's be brothers and sisters. Let's be each other's back. Let us stop caricaturing each other. Let us stop discouraging each other. Let us stop misleading each other. Let us focus on one thing. That is, how can we, as Gambians, come together, help each other, be each other's guide. That's all what we need. So being the case, I will stop this video here. It is a long video, but I want to explain the whole thing, and share this idea of my story to people. I will say thank you all. Till next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Bye bye.